you. Sometimes life gets so loud that we forget to listen to the quiet voice inside us, the one that whispers who we really are, what we really need, and how deeply we matter. And if no one has told you this in a while, then please hear this. This is for you. I want you to take a breath, just a simple one, the kind that reminds you you're still here. You've survived every difficult moment you thought you wouldn't. You're still here. You've survived every difficult moment you thought you wouldn't. You've carried heartbreaks, losses, disappointments, and yet somehow you continue to love. You continue to try. And that is beautiful today. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to sit with you, to share a truth I hope touches your heart. You deserve gentleness. You deserve peace. You deserve a life where you are not just surviving, but actually finally wonderfully living. So if you're willing, let me speak to the part of you that's tired, the part that's hurting, the part that's still hoping. Because this message, this love, this moment, because it's still hoping, is for you. Please hear this, because it's for you. And maybe no one has said this to you in a very long time, or maybe no one has ever said this to you in a very long time, or maybe no one has ever said it this way before. But you deserve to hear it, and you deserve to feel it. Sometimes a single moment of honesty, spoken gently, can hold a whole lifetime of healing inside it. And that's what I want this moment to be for you, a gentle place where your heart finally gets to rest for a while, a place where everything you've carried is allowed to soften, even if just for a breath. So please, just be here with me for a moment as you are. No perfection, no masks, no pretending you're not hurting when you are, no pretending you're strong when you're tired. Just you, exactly as you are, holding all the pieces of yourself that life has made you gather. That's enough. You're enough. I want you to know something that might feel strange at first. You don't need to earn the right to be cared for. You don't have to perform worthiness. You don't have to be flawless or endlessly patient or endlessly forgiving just to deserve compassion. You don't have to hide the tremble in your soul just to be loved. The fact that you exist, the fact that you're here, is already enough reason for you to matter. And you do matter, more than you know, more than you allow yourself to believe. People like you, people like you, people who feel deeply, who keep giving even when they're aching, who still hope even after disappointment. They are rare. They are precious. And maybe somewhere along the line, someone made you feel like your softness was a weakness, but it never was. It was one of the most beautiful things about you. Please hear this. It is not your job to carry the whole world on your shoulders. It's not your duty to fix everything, to save everyone, to be the one who holds the light for others, even when your own flame is flickering. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself, and for the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for the world, is to allow yourself to rest, to say, I'm trying, but I'm hurting. Music. And let that be enough. To admit that you need someone to stand beside you, even if you have spent years standing alone. To let yourself fall apart without believing that falling apart makes you unworthy. You're human, and humans are not meant to be invincible. They are meant to feel, to break, to heal, to rise again, and you will rise again. Maybe not this second, maybe not the second, maybe not tomorrow, but the part of you that keeps going, that part is real. That part is alive. That part is stronger than the pain you're facing. There's something else I want you to hear. You are not a burden. You are not too much. You are not too quiet, too emotional, too complicated, too anything. You're simply someone who has lived, someone who has survived things that would have shattered different versions of you. And even on days when you feel lost in yourself, even on days when you feel lost in yourself, even on days when you question your place in this world, the truth remains unchanged. You are worthy of being here. You are worthy of being loved in ways that don't ask you to shrink, worthy of being cared for in ways that don't require you to be convenient, worthy of being understood in the moments when you can't explain yourself. You, exactly as you are deserving of a love that feels like home, not a battlefield. You've spent a long time being strong. Haven't you strong in ways people didn't see? Strong in silence, strong in silence, strong in the moments you held back tears because you felt like falling apart wasn't allowed. Music, strong when you showed up for others while you were breaking inside. And maybe people praised you for your strength without realizing that sometimes strength is just exhaustion hidden behind a smile. Sometimes strength is just choosing to get out of bed when the weight of the world feels glued to your chest. Sometimes strength is simply breathing through another day. And I want you to hear this. The world is not asking you to be the strongest person alive. The world is asking you to be human. And it's okay to be human. And it's okay to be human. It's okay to feel fragile. It's okay to admit you need time, or healing, or space to rediscover who you are beneath all the expectations placed upon you. You've grown through pain you never deserved. You've overcome storms that left marks on your spirit. And yet somehow, Despite everything, you still have this softness inside you, this tenderness, this ability to care, this longing to give love even after witnessing how love can hurt. That's not weakness. That's courage, a courage so quiet that most people overlook it, but powerful enough to move your entire life forward. You deserve someone who sees that courage. You deserve someone who sees you, really sees you, and doesn't flinch at your scars. Someone who doesn't run from your past. Music, someone who doesn't fear your depth. And here's the truth you might not have allowed yourself to fully believe. Yet, that someone can be you. You can be the one who stands beside yourself, who holds your own hand in the darkness, who chooses kindness even when your inner critic is loud. Loving yourself is not selfish, it is survival. And you deserve to survive beautifully. There are days when your heart feels heavy in your chest, like it's carrying stories it never got to tell. Times when your thoughts feel tangled, when you replay moments you can't change, mistakes you regret, words you wish you could take back. But please remember this: you are allowed to outgrow the person you used to be. You are allowed to forgive yourself for the times you didn't know better. You're allowed to start again as many times as you need. Life is not a race. Healing is not linear. And love, real love, the kind that softens rather than wounds, is not something you have to chase. It will find you in time. But before it does, let love find you within yourself. Let it seep into the cracks, into the places you think are unlovable. Let it fill the loneliness not with false promises, but with gentle truth. You are worth staying for. Maybe you've been searching for something: peace, belonging, purpose, a reason to believe in goodness again. And maybe you've felt alone in that search, like you're wandering through life, trying to understand where you fit. But I want you to hear this: you are not alone. You are not wandering without direction. Here, even if you can't see it right now, your path is unfolding beneath you, step by step, moment by moment. Every small act of courage, every breath you take when life feels overwhelming, every time you choose to try again, those moments are shaping your journey. They are guiding you toward a future you can't see yet, but one that is already becoming real. Please hear this: your heart is allowed to feel everything it feels: love, loss, grief, hope, fear, longing, joy that comes in small flickers, sadness that sits heavy on your chest. None of it makes you weak. None of it makes you dramatic. None of it makes you dramatic. None of it makes you wrong. It simply makes you alive. And being alive means your heart is going to stretch in more directions than you expect. It means your soul will sometimes ache for things you can't. It means you will grow, and growth rarely feels comfortable. But discomfort doesn't mean you're breaking. Sometimes it means you're finally expanding into who you were always meant to be. You deserve a life where you're not constantly bracing yourself for the next disappointment. You deserve mornings that feel gently, yeah, nights that feel safe, and days where you can breathe without the weight of the past pressing against your ribs. You deserve conversations that feel like sunlight, not storms. People who listen, not to reply, but to understand. Moments where you feel chosen, not by accident, but with intention. Moments where you feel chosen, not by accident, but with intention. You deserve to be loved in ways that don't ask you to lose yourself just to keep someone else. And you deserve to find peace in your own company, to feel at home inside your own skin, to trust your own voice again, to trust your own voice again. I want you to remember something important. Healing doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like crying after weeks of holding everything in, your life, and the noise turns into music. Sometimes it looks like taking a step backwards so you can eventually move forward. Sometimes it looks like resting when your mind tells you to keep pushing. Sometimes it looks like saying no. Sometimes it looks like letting go of people who don't know how to love you, even when you still love them. And sometimes healing looks like allowing yourself to hope again, even when hope feels fragile. More peace, more joy, more love, more gentleness, more moments where you feel like life is worth living. Wanting more is not greed, it's growth. It's your soul telling you that you were not meant to shrink to fit inside the small places life once forced you into. You are meant to expand, to rise, to become, and the world becomes a little brighter every time you take a step toward your own light. Please hear this: the love you give so freely to others is a love you deserve to receive. You deserve someone who looks at you and sees not just your beauty, but your effort. Someone who understands your silences, not just your words. Someone who understands your silences, not just your words. Someone who chooses you, not for what you can offer, who you are. But until that person comes, I hope you learn to choose yourself. I hope you learn to stay with yourself in moments you would have abandoned yourself in the past. I hope you learn to love the parts of you once hid away. Use. I hope you learn that you are your own home, your own safe place, your own constant. Please hear this, because it is for you. I want you to pause for a moment and let yourself really feel that these words are not for anyone else, not for the people around you, not for the people around you, not for the expectations placed upon you by the world, but entirely for you, for the parts of you that no one else notices, for the corners of your heart that ache quietly at night, for the moments when you feel invisible even though you try so hard to be seen. There is a tenderness in you that deserves acknowledgement. There is a light in you that deserves attention. And maybe the world has made you doubt your worth. Maybe the world has made you doubt your worth. Maybe the world has convinced you that the weight you carry is too heavy, that your love is too much, that your dreams are too fragile. But I am telling you right now that none of that is true. You are enough. You are worthy. You are beautiful in the ways that matter most, even if they are invisible to the eye, even if they go unrecognized by the people around you. There is something sacred in the way you feel deeply, in the way you care when it would be easier to look away, in the way you continue to hope when disappointment has knocked at your door. One too many times. That hope, quiet and stubborn, is a beacon, and it deserves to be honored. I want you to remember that it is okay to be fragile. It is okay to feel the weight of your emotions fully, without shaming yourself for the tears. That fall, or the moments when your heart feels too heavy, the strength you have shown in the past does not demand that you hide your vulnerability. In fact, true strength is found in your willingness to allow yourself to be human, to acknowledge the pain and the joy in equal measure, to embrace all the contradictions within yourself. You have been told, perhaps, that showing softness is dangerous, that being open about your struggles is weakness. But that is not the truth. The truth is that softness is a superpower. Tenderness is a courage that can never be measured by the world's standards. Your capacity to love, to feel, to care beyond measure is not a flaw. To feel, to care beyond measures is not a flaw. It is your essence, your gift. And the moment you allow yourself to honor that essence, you begin to step into a freedom that no one else can give you. Freedom from judgment, freedom from the voices that have tried to diminish your worth, freedom from the voices that have tried to diminish your worth, freedom from the endless cycle of comparison. You are your own home. You are your own sanctuary. And in that sanctuary, you can rest, you can breathe, you can rediscover the beauty of being alive simply for the sake of being alive. Please hear this. You do not need to earn love. You do not need to change yourself to fit someone else's expectations or to feel accepted. You are allowed to be yourself fully, even if that self is messy, complicated, scared, or unsure. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to speak your truth. You are allowed to feel deeply and to hold space for your own needs. The world may have trained you to believe otherwise, but your existence is not conditional. Your heart is not conditional. The love that you give and the love that you deserve is already yours, simply because you exist. And I hope that you give yourself permission to receive it, not just from others, but from yourself. You are allowed to be your own source of comfort. You are allowed to hold your own hand when the nights are long and your thoughts are overwhelming. You are allowed to speak kindly to yourself when your inner voice grows harsh and critical. There is no greater act of love than recognizing your turns into music, own worth, and refusing to let the world convince you that you are less than you are. There will be days when your heart feels like it cannot contain all that you are feeling. When the memories of loss or disappointment return unbidden, when fear whispers that you will never be enough, when the loneliness threatens to engulf you. And on those days, I want you to remember that it is okay to feel. It is okay to sit with the discomfort. It is okay to let yourself grieve, to let yourself grieve, to let yourself cry, to let yourself rest. The act of feeling is not weakness. It is life. It is proof that you are alive, proof that you are connected, proof that you are connected, proof that you're connected, proof that your heart has not given up despite everything you have endured. And in allowing yourself to feel, you give yourself the chance to heal, to grow, to become more fully yourself. The pain is not a prison, it is a teacher, a guide, a signal that something in your heart is seeking attention, care, and love. Listen to it, honor it. Do not push it away. Do not silence it. It is speaking to you because it believes you are ready to understand, ready to embrace your own truth, ready to recognize the beauty within the struggle. You have carried burdens that no one else could bear, and you have done so quietly, often without recognition or reward. You have given so much of yourself to others, even when your own reserves were low. Music, and yet somehow you continue to hope, continue to dream, continue to open your heart, despite the fear of being hurt again. That resilience, that quiet bravery is extraordinary. It is rare, and it is something to be cherished, both by yourself and by those who are lucky enough to witness it. Please hear this. You are not defined by the mistakes you have made or by the people who failed to see your worth. You are defined by the courage with which you continue to face life, the compassion with which you approach the world, and the love you continue to offer, even when it feels like it may not be returned. Your heart is a gift, and the way you care is a testament to your humanity. You are worthy of receiving as much as you give, and I hope that you allow yourself to receive it fully. You deserve moments of stillness, moments of peace, moments where you are not required to perform or pretend or fix anything. You deserve to wake up and feel safe in your own skin, to breathe without guilt, to laugh without hesitation, to exist without apology. You deserve people in your life who see you, who honor you, who cherish you simply for being you. You deserve love that feels effortless, not exhausting, support that is consistent, not conditional, and connection that nourishes, not depletes. And while you wait for the world to provide these things, I hope you learn to give them to yourself. This is to be your own advocate, your own comfort, your own home, to speak to yourself with the same tenderness you would offer a loved one. Music, to treat yourself with the same compassion you would give someone else without hesitation. There is a profound beauty in learning to love yourself, in recognizing that the source of all the love you seek can also reside within you, even when life feels overwhelming, even when the path ahead seems unclear, even when the nights are long and the answers feel distant. Remember that your presence matters, your thoughts, your feelings, your existence, your voice, they all matter. You are a thread in the tapestry of the world, a note in the song of life, a spark of light in the vastness of existence. And though the journey may be difficult, and though the weight may sometimes feel unbearable, you are ever without value. You are never without meaning. You are never without meaning. You are never without the capacity to create beauty, to inspire hope, to offer love. Please hear this. Your life is a gift, and the simple act of being here, of continuing to show up for yourself, is extraordinary.